All right, we're going to get started today. Always want to start out with a nice warm up. So we're going to do 5 minutes warming up, getting that body moving. Nice easy pace right now. Just getting the body flowing. It's a beautiful day out today. The inside spinning, getting that heart rate up. Getting a little sweat going on today. Hydration is important, so make sure that you're staying hydrated. There's not going to be any music attached to this video today. You're able to just put on whatever music you want in the background. Minute in, got about 4 minutes left to go before we start the workout. Today's workout is going to be a hill climb. There's going to be a lot of hill, a lot of standing up out of the saddle. You want to still make sure that your cadence is staying pretty high. You don't want to slow it down too much. As always, when you're in the saddle, you want to make sure that cadence is between 80 and 100. So with that, if you count it out, if you don't have a cadence meter or RPM meter on your spin bike, you just want to make sure that you're counting about 1.5 revolutions for every second. So if you start with the foot at the bottom of the stroke, after counting about 1 second, you should be at the top of the stroke. So I'm going to estimate here 1001, 1002. I'm right about 80, 85 right now. And we're 2 minutes in. Nice and easy, increasing that resistance little by little. Making sure those abs are engaged, keeping those tight so that you're not slouching, you're not rounding your back, you're keeping it upright. Good tip is also to get some cycling shoes if you've got them. If you don't have them, that's perfectly fine. And a good padded seat or shorts in the seat of the shorts. And we're 3 minutes in. Still got about 2 more minutes, so you want to increase that resistance just a little bit more. Got a little bit of a squeak in my pedal, so you can hear that on the recording. I apologize for that. I think it's just slightly out of adjustment, so it's something I'm going to work on this next week before our next class. So every week I plan on making another video. Typically it will be recorded during the free class I offer every Monday. And I'll be recording my part of that class and putting it out there for everyone to be able to use afterwards. Coming up on 4 minutes. Got about a minute left, so making sure that heart rate is coming up. Those pores are starting to open up. You're starting to get a little bit of a sweat going on. Another good thing to remember is make sure you always have water and good sweat towel. During these climbs, you want to make sure that you're exhaling nice and strong. So pronounced exhale, you'll always automatically inhale. It's the exhale that people struggle with. So making sure that you're focusing on the exhale, breathing out nice and deep. All right, so now we're going to get up out of the saddle in about 10 seconds. We're going to do 20 seconds out of the saddle and then sitting down, turning down the resistance and having a nice little break in between. So increase that resistance, a couple turns, and up out of the saddle. Nice little climb. And sitting back down, turning that resistance off. So it's going to be about 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off. Doing this for 5 rounds. And we want to slowly graduate increase the amount of resistance that we're doing. So that first round, kind of easy. Next round, make it a little bit harder and harder. Got 5 rounds before we make it really. Beginning second round in 10, 9, 8, getting ready for it. And let's go ahead and crank it up out of the saddle, climbing. Strong exhales. Good. 8 more seconds. And backing off the resistance and sitting back down for recovery. And let's back it up. Good job. Fifteen more seconds going into round 2 or 3. Two, 1, let's increase a little bit more this time. Up out of the set. Getting that heart rate up slowly. A little heavier breathing right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Getting back in. The thing you want to be paying attention to is how are your knees. You want to make sure that your knees are not going out or in. You want to keep the knees right in alignment with the hip and the ankle. Fifteen more seconds, and then starting round 4. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Making it a little harder this time. So we got 1 more after this. So really trying to increase that resistance, getting that heart rate up. Halfway there. And backing off. I got a squeak in that shoe. During these recoveries, you really want to try to decrease the heart rate as much as you can. Breathing nice and deep. Try to slow down that breathing. The last set coming up in 7 seconds. Make it nice and hard. 3, 2, 1. Maybe give it an extra turn. Just for good luck right there. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Backing it off. Good. During this last recovery, I can tell you about the next one. Got 5 rounds of climbing for 20 seconds. Nice and strong climb. And at that level, we're going to sit down and sprint for 20 seconds, followed by backing off the resistance for 20 seconds of recovery. We're going to do 5 of those. So beginning in 10, increasing that resistance for that climb before we sit down and sprint. 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds of climbing and then sitting down and sprinting, trying to get that cadence up over 100 for 20 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprinting it up. Good job. 10 more seconds. Keep those abs engaged. 3, 2, 1. Backing it up. Nice. Little recovery right here before we go into round 2. In 3, 2, 1. Out of the saddle, climbing. Trying to keep those hips forward, chest up. You don't want to be leaning over on the climb. You want to work those hamstrings and glutes right now. 3, 2, 1. Sprint it up. Ten more seconds. As fast as you can. A little too hard for me. And backing off. Recovery. Set that resistance a little bit too hard for me on that one, so I'm going to back off it just a little bit on the next round. In the third round in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, got that sweat going on right now. Five more seconds. Oh, those legs are burning. Feels good. And sprinting. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now backing it off. Got a little ahead of myself there. Got a little hopeful. Feels good to expand those lungs right now. Fourth round, beginning in 3, 2, 1. Get ready for that sprint in 2, 1. Sprint it up. Ten more seconds. Get ready for that recovery and backing off. Should have opened a window on today. Last round in 3, 2, 1. Last one. Keep those hips forward, chest up. Use that body weight to push that pedal down. Lots of these sprints in 2, 1. Sprint it up. Or 10 seconds. 3, 2, back it up. Nice job. Excellent job. All in this together, climbing these hills. Okay. Gonna give you a full minute recovery before we go into the next one. Next one. Going to be some gradual increases again, just like what we did on the first one. Up out of the saddle. This time, instead of starting at a lower resistance, we're going to be starting at a nice high resistance and going harder from there. It's only a 30-minute. We're over halfway done. In the last couple sections. We're going to start in 20 seconds. 30 seconds out of the saddle, nice and hard. 30 seconds recovery. 5 rounds. Five rounds of those. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do 4 crank here. For 30 seconds. 15 seconds in. 10 seconds in. And backing it off, sitting down. That's 1 down. I think I can go 1 more turn. What about you? Try to increase as much as we can, pushing our body. It's only 30 minutes out of our day. Trying to push as much as we can during this time. 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's sweat going on right now. 15 seconds. Working on that exhale. Nice deep exhale. 2, 1. Good. Backing off. Got 5 or 30 seconds recovery. Cleaning off a little bit of that sweat. In third round in 5, 3, 2. Let's climb. Excellent job. Keep pushing that heart rate. See how high we can get that heart rate up right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Recovery. So in these recoveries, you want to back it off as much as you can, but you still want to have a little resistance. You don't want the wheel just spinning on its own. You still want to have a little resistance kind of fighting you. How much resistance? That's up to you. How much you want to be working during your recovery. You're really pushing yourself on the climbs. Maybe you're going to back off a little bit on that recovery. This is all for you. And next one, let's go. Got a little behind on that one. $15 seconds. And go about 2 seconds extra just because I was a little bit behind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, recovery. One more set. Or one more time. Make this one as hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, Let's go. Give that an extra turn. It's a strong climb. 12 seconds left. I'm gonna give it a little extra. Oh, feels good. In 3, 2, 1, recovery. Excellent job. All right, next one. Every 30 seconds, we're just going to give a small little turn. We're going to do that for 3 minutes. So in 5 seconds, we're going to start the first one. 3, 2, give it a small little turn. There we go. In 30 seconds, we're going to give it another turn. Another 30 seconds, another turn. If it gets too much and you need to get up out of the saddle, go for it. Start climbing out of that saddle. Otherwise, we're going to try to keep that cadence up and stay in the saddle for as long as we can. More seconds until the next resistance increase. 3, 2, little turn. We're doing 3 minutes of this. Keep that cadence up above 80 still. You need to drop below that, you get up out of the saddle. It's a nice little climb. Another turn. Doesn't even need to be a full turn. Maybe it's a little quarter turn. Maybe it's an 1/8 of a turn for you. Maybe you need a full turn. Turn half on each one. It's all up to you. It's your ride. Do what you can for your ride, for you. And next increase. 1.5 minutes in. I know I can do it. I want to push my own body. Last increase is in 15 seconds. How much are you going to increase it? You're going to increase it a lot. You're going to increase it a little bit. It's up to you on what you can do. 3, 2, 1. Final increase. 30 seconds left. That is it. 30 seconds. Push yourself as hard as you can. Where's your heart rate right now? Is it up where you want it? Or does it need to be increased a little bit? I got 12 more seconds. Pushing a little harder. 5, 4, getting ready for the recovery. And recovery. Backing off. Gonna do a couple minutes. Nice little recovery here. Gonna recover for 2 minutes. And then do a little lower leg stretching. I should say lower body stretching. More seconds. Really trying to relax. And make sure as you're stopping, you push the emergency stop. Don't use your legs to stop, okay? So now what I like to do while I'm on it is stretch out your calves. Before you get off, I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit. And of course it pops off. This way you can see my legs a little more. So while I'm on the bike, before I get off, I'm just gonna drop my foot down. My right leg right now over here, I'm dropping that heel down, picking that foot, and I'm dropping the heel down, getting a nice stretch on that calf. And then switching over to the other side. And that body weight, just stretch out that calf. Excellent job today. Okay. Now, make the pedals nice and flat, straight across from each other. And push your hips back. You can get your hips back behind the seat. Both legs straight. So hold, make sure your back is not rounded. It's nice and flat. Switch over to the other side. Maybe more tight on one side than you are the other, and that's fine. At least you know where you should be stretching. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off and lift my zoom a little bit here. That's better. Now I'm going to grab onto my leg. Make sure my knees are staying together. You don't want those knees bowing out. Keep the knees together. Pull that hip forward, foot back. Chest up. You don't want to be leaning forward with it. This is a little too hard for you to be able to reach onto. You can always grab a yoga strap, hook it around your foot, and pull it up over your foot or over your shoulder. Switching over to the other side. I like having the bike here because I can hold on to it for a little extra balance. Make sure those knees are staying together. And stretch. Get the little cross piece on your bike. Go ahead and place your foot up there. Wearing bike shoes, you may not have much grip, so make sure that you're being careful and you don't slide out from underneath you. Get a nice long stride. Push those hips forward. That chest up. Feel a nice little stretch on the front of the hip in those hip flexors. Slowly dropping the hips forward more and more. Trying to keep that back leg as straight as you can. Heel can come up, that's perfectly fine. Switching over to the other side. Squeaky shoes today. Push down more and more. Up. Good. Next one. Take your foot, cross it over your knee, and push back. A little sweaty leg here, so it keeps falling off. So I'm just going to kind of hold it as I push back and lean forward. And switching sides. Excellent. That's all we got for today. Make sure that if you feel tight tomorrow, you stretch it out a little more, and I'll see you next week.